Hi everyone, I'm back again. This time I'm with Rose O'Connell from Salsify. Hi Rose.
Hi.
Yeah, so Rose, can you tell me a little bit about what you do here at Salsify?
So I lead the tech recruiting team, tech recruiting side of the office, I should say. So that would be engineering, product, customer success teams. We are growing quite a bit in those categories, so it's been a really busy year, and I'm sure 2019 is going to be pretty busy as well.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard, Salsify has just opened up a new office in Portugal.
Yes. So we opened our first office internationally. It's going to be our HQ2.
Yeah.
So one of our co-founders, Jeremy Redburn, moved to open up the office. And we're starting out with customer support and engineering, building up that team over there.
Yeah, it's awesome. So Salsify has a great candidate experience, one would say. I want to know more about the importance of the candidate experience to you, why do you think it's so important, because we keep hearing about it everywhere. How does that differentiate you from other companies, and why do people need to worry about the candidate experience?
Yeah, the candidate experience is super hot topic right now. I think for us here, we've focused on it so much, from end-to-end stages of the candidate journey, the point at which they apply through the point that they walk through the doors of our office. We want to make sure that they've learned something, we've provided them with some form of knowledge, and we've provided them with something that is memorable to them.
Yeah.
Whether or not they get the offer at the end of the process is kind of beside the point almost. We want to make sure that at each stage of the candidate life cycle, they feel like they are engaged, they feel like Salsify is a place where they could see themselves, and they've learned and felt appreciated by each and every conversation that they've had. So for us here, we focused a lot on it, both before they come into the office space and also while they're here. We want to make sure that they're physically comfortable, that the space is really welcoming, and that at the end of the day, they have meaningful conversations. And our goal coming out the other side is that they speak positively about Salsify.
Yeah, and if you guys, there's a lot of stats. I'm not going to throw data at you everywhere, but a bad candidate experience is more likely to have a candidate to talk negatively about your brand. And in this day and age where it's definitely a candidate's market, the candidate experience is paramount. It is going to change your brand. I guess that's a good note. So let's talk about kind of where you struggle, because we always hear about the candidate black hole, the dreaded black hole, right? Someone applies and then they never hear back. Is that something you experience, and kind of like where do you think that can actually detract from the brand?
Yeah, I think there's always an element of, any candidate applies to a job, they're always afraid that they're just throwing something out there and they're never going to hear back. And I don't want to say hyper-focused, but we focus on that. We want to make sure that as applications come through, we leverage our ATS to make sure that we know how long they've been in the application review stage so that we can appropriately and timely get back to them to either move forward or to say this isn't the right fit for the team, let's stay in touch and please apply in the future. So we want to make sure that at that stage that we're being pretty upfront with them. And then throughout the interview process, making sure that we're communicating next steps in the interview, timely scheduling, and like I said before, we're not perfect. I think sometimes we have so many things going on throughout the course of the day, the week. We have many people in and out of the office every single day. So we keep each other accountable. At the end of the day, we're all humans, and as a team, we kind of hold each other to that standard.
Yeah, that's great, and it sounds like you guys have a really well-oiled machine.
Yeah, we try.
But there's always room for improvement,
Yes.
as we always know. But so you're in the ATS, but we know candidates get lost all the time.
Yep.
Where do you think technology can be the most beneficial in the candidate experience? Where do you think that's going to help you the most?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think as candidates are going through the interview process and, at the application stage, natural language processing is going to be really important, I think, when people are submitting their applications, to understanding what about my resume stacks up against this job description. But beyond that, how does my application stack up against people on the team? And, what does that look like? So probably leveraging some NLP, some AI to kind of figure that out. And as you go through the interviewing process, what more automated screening materials or tools can we leverage so that we're not wasting their time as well as our team's time?
Exactly. So, I mean, you guys are growing rapidly, so you need
Yep.
every recruiter to be as efficient as possible.
Exactly.
And it can't be, bogged down by just reviewing resumes and then getting caught up in all kind of the, say, administrative,
Yes.
but not what they're good at, right?
Yes.
It's building those relationships, which really matters. So thank you so much for staying with me,
course.
Rose. So me and Rose were talking, and we noticed that there's definitely a lack